Joining us right now to talk about the markets is Brenda Vingiello. She is the Chief Investment Officer for Sandhill Global Advisors. Good morning to you. I don't know if you want to weigh in on our Fed debate, our ESG debate earlier today. What are you thinking about right now, Brenda?
Well, I think the next few weeks are going to be important here, right? We got some hot inflation numbers in January. I think there's a chance, maybe not in February that we'll see that moderate much, but I think over time we certainly will, especially with regard to that shelter category when we have mortgage rates that are spiking up again. That's absolutely going to put pressure on home prices as time goes on. So I think we will start to see some moderation. I think the bigger question in the market is just how much more can the market appreciate here? And in our view, when we look at something like the S&P 500, I just think that valuation multiples, it's hard to make a case for a lot of multiple expansion from here. So in our view, we really need to see earnings be a little bit better than expected. And I think that's absolutely possible this year. We've had earnings expectations come down so much that we're expecting very little growth. Meanwhile, the economy has still been very healthy. We have a dollar that's moderated relative to other currencies, which should be a positive. So I think there's reason to believe that earnings expectations have come down enough that perhaps they are achievable and potentially beatable, and that's likely what could drive the market higher.
Fair enough, but I guess the big question is, okay, let's say we're having this conversation at Christmas time. Where is the market then?
At Christmas time of this year, well, we'll know a lot more by that time.
Right.
We'll certainly know if the Fed has been successful in bringing inflation down. We'll know if I think by that time, we'll know for sure if the economy is really weakening materially, which is just nowhere close to doing that right now. But that could certainly materialize if the Fed had to get a lot more aggressive.
Well, which way are you? I have to admit, I'm not sure I understand which way you're headed here. Are you headed up or down? It sounds like you're headed up, but maybe up in the short term. And I would
say cautiously optimistic here. Once we get through May and June and we start to look at 2024, I think that'll be a more important barometer. And then we can, assuming we still have a case that looks as though we have an earnings recovery potentially in 2024, then that will be a new way to value the market from here. But I think outside of the S&P 500 within the equity market, there are absolutely opportunities in other parts in small and mid cap, international stocks, valuations still very attractive in those areas. And I think at the individual company level, there are still a lot of opportunities, but it's just the large cap tech companies that are still, causing the multiple of the S&P to be quite high, relatively speaking, and therefore not quite as attractive in our view.
That's the nerve-wracking part. Brenda, we appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.